Hello my angels and welcome. Today we are going to be talking about 5 ways to get people to love you. Now you know what I'm going to say. It's all about energy and it's all about mindset. It's all about the way that we think and the way that we show up through life. You also know what I'm going to say, which is the first one. We have about 5 or 6 different tips here. And the first one is you love yourself. We don't want to be worrying about what Billy Bob Joe down the road thinks about us and says about us. You want to fully put your focus into you, and because you are the example that you set for other people, right? The way you treat yourself is the example that you set for how others are going to treat you. So if you've clicked on this video, like, yeah, I'm going to get people to fall in love with me, the way that you do that is you love you. It's how you treat yourself, whether that be your hygiene, taking care of your body, looking after yourself. It's choosing you, right? And if you are constantly talking down to yourself and putting yourself down and not putting that love into yourself, that's the energy that you're going to attract. So we want to get rid of that and we want to change the way that we're thinking. So I want you to recognize your thoughts and the patterns that are repeatedly playing out on the way that you speak about you, because those are the things that are stopping you from loving you. Are you actually taking time for yourself? If it comes to simple things like, you know, say you have a man and you want to take care of your man and you want to cook for him and you'd get all these fancy healthy ingredients because you love him and you want to look after him. Would you do that for you? Would you sit down with yourself and work out all these amazing ingredients that you're going to buy and you're going to cook and you're going to spend time for you? It's about loving yourself fully first, accepting all of the flaws. We don't want to get rid of things. Healing isn't about changing yourself. It's about accepting yourself and also realizing that a lot of the time, all the thoughts that we do have about ourselves are just, it's just rubbish that we have been taught. And it's about relearning a new way. It's about unlearning all the crap that we've been taught about ourselves. So it's not about changing who you are. It's about finding who you are and fully loving that person. So that takes me to number 2. You nurture and appreciate yourself for who you are, the way you talk to yourself, but also the promises that you make to you. Are you nurturing yourself enough, right? When you make yourself a promise that, I don't know, I'm going to start a business, or I'm going to take care of my hair, or I'm going to look after my skin, and we start to do this and we do this over and over for a couple of weeks and then it drops off again and we don't do it anymore, you're neglecting yourself. When you make a promise to yourself that you're going to do something and you don't stick to it, again, this comes back to mindset, and you don't stick to it, you're neglecting your needs. So we want to be nurturing ourselves, appreciating ourselves, thanking ourselves for taking care of who we are and fully taking care of who we are. We don't want to be making promises to ourselves and then not following them through and not doing them. Now, and this also leads me to something else I'm going to share with you, is that actually when you agree to yourself that you're going to do something and you don't do it, you're neglecting yourself. And this is an element of control. So this is about mindset, right? And I'm going to tell you how it's an element of control. Might not make sense just yet, but I promise it will do. When you self-sabotage something, so you are starting to go to the gym, you're nurturing your body, you're taking care of yourself, you're having self-respect, you're not answering the call when so-and-so rings you late at night, or you're not, you know, going back to that man that disrespected you, and you're nurturing yourself, you're taking care of your body. And then all of a sudden it all falls down, breaks through, and you decide that you're not going to go to the gym, and actually you are going to go see the person that you don't even like, right? You're self-sabotaging. And the reason we self-sabotage and we stop doing those things that we've promised ourselves, is because we know what's going to happen when we self-sabotage. When you stop going to the gym, you know what's going to happen. When you stop doing the things that are good for you, taking care of your skin, all that stuff, you know what's going to happen. We can't predict what is going to happen when we are breaking and changing patterns. When we are changing our mindset and deciding better for ourselves, we are breaking a cycle that we have been in. And so when we don't break that cycle and we go and do the same things we've always done, and we're repeating the pattern, what we're actually doing, it's subconscious, right? This is subconscious, you don't even realize you're doing it, is we are predicting we know what's going to happen next. And this makes us feel like either safe, which really are you, and it makes us feel like we are in control because we know what's going to happen next. It's all subconscious in the back of your mind without you realizing it. So what I ask you to do is break that pattern. When you decide that you're going to do something for yourself that is going to take care of you, that is a long-term thing, because that's what we want to have, right? When I talk about nurturing yourself, we want long-term things to take care of our mind, our body, our soul. And when we decide not to do them, we're self-sabotaging. And when we self-sabotage, it's because it's keeping us back in this loop, in this pattern, where we can predict what's going to happen next, which makes us feel like we have an element of control when actually you don't, because you're not taking control of your life. So I want you to ask yourself, at what point in your life were you not in control and it caused you to get hurt? Because that's what you're doing, right? You're making yourself be in control, even if it's in a negative capacity, even if it's in a way that isn't going to benefit you. You're allowing yourself to be in control because you know what's going to happen, right? You know what's going to happen if you decide not to go to the gym and you call those friends that aren't actually good for you and you end up going on a night out with them. You know what's going to happen. You're taking that as control. So at what point in your life were you not in control and you got hurt? And we need to heal that. We need to let that go. Write a letter of self-acceptance to yourself. Do a little bit digging in your mind of when didn't I have control? Was I brought up in my childhood of not having control? Or was there, a specific experience or event in my life where I didn't have control of it? And it wasn't very nice and it was horrendous and it was traumatic. And do I need to work on that? Is that something that I need to let go of? Because all things in your life connect. And even though this experience, this traumatic experience, or your childhood or whatever it may be, may not seem like it links up to these other areas of your life of taking care of yourself, I can promise you that they do. And when we really dig into our mind, we can then let go of the things that aren't serving us, because actually having control would be breaking that pattern. It would be letting go of the past and having control on the new things. The other thing with that also, what I'm talking about, I'm just going to go into it quickly, is that when you start doing things different, you have to ask yourself, are you more confident in your failure or your success? If you're more confident in the fact that you're going to fail, if you've always failed at going to the gym, in the back of your mind, you know that you're going to eventually fail it. What if it works out? Actually, are you self-sabotaging because what if this is the best thing I ever do? What if starting that business is the best thing I ever do? What if taking care of my skin is the best thing I ever do? What if loving myself fully for who I truly am, which I've never done, is the best thing that ever happens to me? Nurturing, taking care of ourselves, loving ourselves fully. If you've never fully been taught how to do it, it's like, what are all the opportunities that's going to bring for me? Because when you fully love yourself and you take care of yourself, you open up this energy that allows more things to love you. And if you have never fully experienced love, or you've had a difficult childhood, you're going to keep self-sabotaging it. So this is why it's important to break the pattern. The second one was nurture yourself. Appreciate who you are. Appreciate how far you've come. We don't want to look at the past to stay stuck in it. We want to look at the past so we can move forward with it, right? We can let go of it and move forward from it so we can become that better version and we can fully accept and love who we are. And have that respect. We want that respect for ourselves, right? So number 3, find confidence in something and feed the things that you are good at. The things that you aren't as good at in life, I don't want you to keep thinking about them. I don't want you to keep talking about them. I don't want you to keep going, oh, I'm shit at this. I'm rubbish at this. I'm no good at that. I want you to find confidence, because the more we feed into that, the more it grows. And we want to be confident in our success within our work, our success within our loving who we are, success within our relationships and all the other stuff. So we want to find confidence. We want to have confidence in those things so they grow and evolve and get better. So in order to have confidence in those things, we need to have confidence in ourselves. So find the things that you are confident about, whether that be your body image, whether you're like, do you know what, I really love my eyes. Then every time you look in the mirror, I don't want you to be looking and tearing yourself down on the parts of yourself that you don't like. Oh, I don't like it when I do this. Oh, I hate it when I do this. No, find the things that you do love and keep focusing on them. The more you focus on it, the more it will grow and build. The 4th one. This is a really, really interesting one, right? So compliment yourself and avoid putting your looks down. So this is based on getting people to love you, right? But really we want to be loving ourselves and we want to be talking to ourselves nicely. But I'm telling you now, if you keep telling your friends or your circle, your people, oh, I have a really big nose, or I really don't like my nose, I don't like my nose, I don't like my nose, the focus is going to be on your nose. If you keep saying, I don't like this about myself, putting yourself down, and especially if you do it in front of other people, even if you don't, you're feeding that energy. But if you're doing this in front of other people, the focus is going to be then brought to it. And it may be something that they never even thought of before. I had somebody say on a podcast that she felt like she looked a little bit like Shrek, right? Like Fiona from Shrek. And the other person on the podcast was like, stop saying it, because now I'm starting to see it, right? And that is what happens. The more you put a certain area of yourself down, the more it's going to be noticeable. You want to be bigging yourself up to yourself in your mind and to other people. Do you know what? I'm looking good today. I love this lipstick. You know, I love my hair like this. Don't you love my hair like this? Doesn't it look great? And the more people look at you, the more they'll go, yeah, actually, yeah, I really like that on you. Because it breeds. What we feed breeds. So you want to be complimenting yourself and confidently complimenting yourself in front of other people and not putting yourself down. Number 5, because also the more we say it, the more our subconscious starts to believe it. That's how we reframe our mindset. We repeat over and over again. If you've got your own energy repeating that as well as the people around you, it's going to amplify it more. So number 5, do the things that make you feel good. I'm just going to have a sip of coffee. Do the things that make you feel good. Your energy is important. What you wear is important. That is important. How you show up and walk through life, right? And now I'm not talking about being in a trend or following all the trends. You want to do what makes you feel good. You want to wear, if you don't want to wear makeup, don't wear makeup. If you want to wear makeup, wear it. If you want to wear your hair in a certain way, wear it. If you want to have extensions, have them. Do what makes you feel good. It's about the feeling, especially as women, our feminine energy, to be in that feminine, relaxed, I want to receive all the love, give me all the love that you have energy. We want to be feeling good. You want to put on an outfit and be like, yeah, damn, I feel good in this. I feel comfortable. I feel confident. It's all about the way that you feel. I get it quite a lot when I've had it quite a few times when I wear a particular outfit and friends will say to me, God, you really pull that off, because I feel good, right? I don't take on the opinions of other people, wear that dress, wear that dress. If I feel good in it, I'm going to wear it. It's not about the trends. It's not about following what other people do. You can look absolutely incredible in a pair of trackies and a crop top if that's what you feel good in. You could look better in that than you do a ball gown. It's what you feel great in, how you look at yourself. So if you wear your hair a certain way and everybody is saying to you, oh, your hair looks nice there, I really like it like that, but you don't feel comfortable in it, over time that energy is going to amplify. You want to be feeling good. It's not about what other people think and what other people are saying. If it's itching you and it's making you uncomfortable and you're like, oh, I don't like this bit and I don't like that bit and I don't like that colour, you're talking down to you. That's part of you, and you're talking down to yourself. So you want to stop doing that, and you want to wear your hair however the hell you want to wear it. That is going to amplify that energy even more. When you feel comfortable in who you are and what you wear, that is when that energy of self-love will build more and more. Number 6. Okay, so I've written all of these down. So, yes, there are 6. So number 6, you're going to choose yourself. When you choose yourself, your frequency shifts into attracting rather than chasing, and that brings that energy to you more. I want you to pick you. If you're, let's use this as an example of relationships, right? If you're dating somebody and they're not making plans with you, don't be running after them. I tell you now, do not be running after them to make plans with you. Of course, if you want to see them, I would love to see you. We don't have to shut ourselves down completely, but chasing after, begging, we don't want to be doing that. We want to be picking ourselves. If somebody wants you to do something that you don't want to do, get out of the people pleasing. Please get out of the people pleasing. Choose yourself. Make plans with yourself. People please yourself. Choose you. You will thank yourself for it. Make arrangements to do things and don't drop them. Do the things that you actually enjoy. If that person wants to make plans with you, if that person wants to love you, take care of you, they will do that. The more you put into you, the more other people will want to put into you, right? We don't want to be in this energy of not taking care of ourselves because we're too busy taking care of everyone else. Now, obviously, as a woman, as a mother, myself, of course, I love to take care of people. It's part of my love language is to look after people. But at no point anymore will I ever compromise me, myself, and the things that I'm doing for myself. If I am fully battery charged and I am in the right place, then I can take care of other people easier. It can be a little bit different when it comes to our children, right? There are times where we are not feeling our best and we do have to put our children in the forefront of everything that we do. But consciously, and as much as you can, we want to be choosing us. If there is an option to choose yourself, then do it. Don't compromise your time and your things in order to put somebody else up when you're still staying down here. You can't keep people up here when you're down here. We have to bring ourselves up, put that energy into ourselves. That is all of them. That is all my things for how to get people to love you. It isn't about saying, look, you right there, I need you to love me. It's saying that to yourself. It's taking care of your inner child, taking care of your mindset, the way you view yourself, the way you look at yourself. And yes, it can be hard. It can be difficult and it is a journey, but you will get there. You will get there if you put the focus in on you. How can you get there if you keep doing things for other people all the time, right? We have to do the things that make us happy. Wear the clothes, please, wear the clothes that you feel comfortable in, that you feel sexy in, that you feel feminine, or however you want to feel, that you feel good in. Find the things you're confident in and feed them more and more. Focus on the things that you love about yourself and feed them more and more. And I can promise you, eventually that energy will just keep coming towards you more and more, and you will go more and more into that attracting energy. Lots of love and light to you, my darlings. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next week in the next video.